All right, welcome back to another installation of Profit Pro Plus. In this training series, we are going to cover R&D recipes. But beyond that, we're going to dive in a little bit deeper into recipes and show you some really cool tips and tricks and some functionality that we might have only breezed upon before. So let's get started. Here we are in the recipes page, and I've already built a couple of options down here in my R&D recipes. I've got a taco bar for 50 that I started, and I have a surf and turf taco that I've also started. This is an opportunity to create different options for either pricing functionality. Maybe you want to take a high cost item, bring it down in here into R&D and play with it. Copy your recipe and play with it to see if there's something that you can do to make it better, or maybe new ideas. Most importantly, I love the R&D function because this is where I like to make specials. One of the techniques that I've always used with my culinary team is that whenever anybody wants to make a special, it only has to pass two tests. The first test is everybody in the kitchen has to like it, or at least a majority of the team has to like it and approve or agree to approve to put it on the special menu. And the second rule is they have to cost the item and capture it so that A, we know if it's profitable and how to price it, but B, so that we have a repository of all of our specials so that we're not constantly making up new specials every night or every week or otherwise. If we build every special and we put it in here in the specials page, we always have a repository or a directory that we can go back to if we ever have to build a special on the fly, or we have to refer back to an item because maybe we're short-handed or we ran out of time, or there was some other type of distraction and we weren't able to put good energy into creating a special tonight. We could go back to something we made 3 months ago or even a year ago, find an item that we're in love with, that's relevant and seasonal, and boom, put it right there, pull it up. We know exactly how much to cost it at because the costing is always current, live, and static based off of our invoice costs and our weekly price updates. So let's dive into how we can do a couple of cool things in our R&D recipes. So the first thing I want to do is I want to show you how to take an item like a taco, and because I have a surf and turf taco idea, I would like to take my carne asada taco and I would like to copy it into my surf and turf item name. So I'm simply just going to hit the copy button. I am going to copy to an existing from my carne asada taco to my, start typing surf and turf, and there's my surf and turf taco. That's what I'm going to copy it to. I'm going to click copy, and now I'm going to close it. Now we can see when I come down to my ideas section in my R&D recipes, I can click my surf and turf taco, and voila, here's all the items from my carne asada taco already copied into this one. Now all I have to do is make the adjustments I want to make. I'm going to change my beef fajita from 6 ounces to 3 ounces, and I'm going to save that. And I'm going to add some shrimp. I'm going to use 3 ounces of shrimp, and hopefully that doesn't kill me. And I'll hit save. Now I can see my total cost for this surf and turf taco setup for 3 tacos is $3.10. I'm going to menu that for $9.99, but if I want to see how that's going to perform, I can simply change my category to tacos. I can hit save, and now under tacos my item just showed up. So when I click on my item, now I can play with my price. I want to do this for $9.99, and I see that's going to put me at 31%. That's a little high, so what I would like to do is maybe change my shrimp to 2.5 ounces and see how that works for the program. Now I can see that my cost is down to $28.37. That hits my medium threshold, and since it's a special and it's going to generate more revenue dollars for me, which means more profit dollars for me, I'm okay to go ahead and give this item a try. Now, I can leave it here if this is something I decide to put on the full menu, or I can move the item back now to my ideas and simply change my recipe type back to R&D, hit save, and the item will show up under my ideas again. And I can close that and use that for future reference. Let's say one of my ideas was so good that I decided it's something I'm going to put into my specials. I can simply click my drop-down box, assign this to specials, hit save, and now the item shows up under my specials icon. I can use this for a tool where even if I was off work and I'm a kitchen guy and I built a couple of items in here, I could let my guys in the kitchen know, hey, I'm off today, but I did write a really cool special. I'd love you guys to log into the program and take a look. I put it under specials. It's the surf and turf taco. Cook it up, try it up, see what you think, and let me know. So that's one option. Now, because there are different categories in here that I added, it is worth repeating how to add a category. So let's do that. Under maintenance, we have our categories. And I'm going to create a new category. And I am going to call this category high cost items. And I'm going to change it from a batch to R&D, and I'm going to hit save. And now I'll go back to my recipe card, and you'll see I've got high cost items. So what I can do is go to any of my items with a high cost. Remember, that's going to be our red items or potentially even our orange items. Let's take a look at our fajitas. I think our shrimp fajitas high. It's not out of control. Oh, there we go. My shrimp taco is high. I don't want to change the recipe because this is locked and something that we're counting against, but I can make a copy. And again, I can create a new copy or copy to existing. Well, I haven't created an existing name yet because I was just looking for these items. So I'm going to create a copy from shrimp tacos, and my new recipe is going to be shrimp tacos revised. I'll hit copy and I'll hit close. And now I see this item pop in under my high cost items under shrimp tacos revised. And again, you can always change around the recipe type and the category, or you can simply delete an item if you're done using it. So in this item, because it was a simple illustration, I'm just going to go ahead and delete it. When I hit delete, it's going to give me the option, or double check to make sure I want to, and I'm just going to say, yes, I do want to delete this item. And now it's gone from my R&D page recipes. So that's pretty much it for the R&D recipe training. It's really simple, but just a couple of tools that we looked at. We have the copy function, which you can copy any existing item. If you already have named an item, you can copy it to an existing item, or if you want to start from scratch, you can copy an item to a new item, name the item in there, and do it. Additionally, we have our maintenance, where we have our categories, and you can add as many categories as you want to R&D recipes. And remember, the functionality always has these collapsible trees, so as you're working within any particular function of the program, you can collapse or expand as much or as little as you want to look at any given time. So we hope you enjoyed this portion of training from Profit Pro Plus on our R&D recipes. Stay tuned for our next training.